What a bit. Hey! Welcome to the Ramble Radio, motherfucker!
But
yeah,
also,
yep.
also video.
Yes,
Video.
The naysayers be damned.
Yeah.
Also video.
And congratulations to your Arlington Renegades.
Did they win?
They won They beat my DC Defenders.
Hey, we did it! We did it all right, baby! We did it!
They beat my DC Defenders in the XFL Championship.
Who says Bob Stoops can't win a big game?
Right?
Huh?
The biggest game. The mother of them all.
And are we shamed that we didn't include the XFL Championship trophy in our?
We probably should be shamed.
Look at those
next
Arlington Renegades, baby! Wow,
you did it. You did it.
Might this be the spark that lights a whole new Dallas DC rivalry?
A harbinger of things to come.
Could it be a whole new? Was
Renegades
it close?
versus Defender. I think 36 or 20, 34-26 or something.
A barn burner.
Something like that.
A barn burner.
So
this was look at our two cities bringing the excitement.
Back
Hey, wasn't a snoozer, baby.
Nope. They put some
wasn't a
points on the
snoozer.
board. Sure did.
You put DFW and DC together, and hey, we ain't giving you no snoozer, baby. We
got Thanksgiving this year.
Again.
And we're on Thanksgiving this year.
4th and 23 fake punt again. Here we go, baby.
From inside your 30.
The McCarthy special. And you think it's just you and I for Ramble Radio, also video. But radio, 321. Sure. Eddie, 321.
Wow. We're doing it. We're doing
You think it's just you and I today? Yeah, because you heard, right?
What happened? I mean, there's so much. I don't know what. There's so many things happening.
Do you think Cody's going to be upset if I out speculation on his dirty laundry?
I mean, he may be upset, but he has to know that's what we do. That's what this show is about.
It can't happen, and we can't talk it. We can't not mention it. Lauren Boebert's getting a divorce.
That one. That's what I saw.
Is Cody our alt-right homewrecker? Is he our alt-right homewrecker? Because Marjorie's getting a divorce.
Lauren Boebert, he's just going through them all.
Is he the alt-right home-wrecking Cody? Yeah. Is this what's happening right now?
Maybe.
Man. Wow.
Because we know that it can't be Nick Fuentes because he wants a 16-year-old.
Right.
So it's got to be Cody.
Jesus. The fact that anyone even knows who that dude is, Nick Fuentes, ever, is just beyond depressing and puzzling. That anyone has any idea who that pile of shit is. That fucking spoiled little twat. Like, we're supposed to care about that guy. Man, that is, But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Did Cody do what exposing himself to underage girls at a bowling alley could not do with Lauren Boebert's husband? Right? That didn't wreck their marriage, but no. Cody somehow did. Him exposing himself to underage girls in a bowling alley did not wreck him and Lauren Boebert's marriage.
I mean,
but Cody coming in.
Cody's slinging some major D, I think.
I think he is. Mr. Boebert, I don't know his name. Do you know if Lauren Boebert's husband showing off his dick to underage girls couldn't end it?
No.
But what did Cody do? What did Cody bring to the table?
Cody's packing some heat.
He has to be. Has to be.
He's broken up 2 marriages.
She's now going to be Lauren, whatever she was before Boebert.
Yeah.
And now we're dropping the green. It's just Marjorie Taylor's a green that was her act. I don't know.
I don't know.
But we're missing something. Is she going to be? Are they?
Maybe they're both Viafania now.
What if he's Mormon? What if he's Mormon?
And don't forget Sarah Huckabee.
Sarah Huckabee Viafana. That's next. Is it rough that they're all going to have Latino last names? Is that going to hurt their chances?
It could. It really could. It could. It could hurt.
Man, what if he's more? Man, this is my favorite. And look, if you're a Mormon Rambler, we're not mad at you.
No, not mad at all.
But
nothing but love.
But you were the subject of maybe the funniest thing Snoop Dogg's ever done. I don't know if you know this, but if you remember this, but I believe in the early days of Instagram, I think it was Instagram, when Romney was running against Obama.
Yeah.
Snoop posted a list of why he's not voting for Mitt Romney. And some of them were things like, this motherfucker's name is Mitt. Like, that should be enough. But, and this is one of the funniest things. And Snoop is a long history of thoroughly entertaining.
Yeah. Great
music, great lines. But this might have been one of his best. He said, how you going to call yourself a Mormon, but you ain't got a house full of hoes?
I mean, you think that's one of the perks.
That's why you get into it.
That's one of the perks, you would think.
That's why you lace them up, right? That's why you do that whole, we're all getting a planet. Whatever. I think that's them, right? They're all getting the planet.
They all get a planet? Is that how it works out?
I think that's them. They all get a planet when it's all said and done.
Maybe.
How is Steve Young? You think Steve Young of all people? Jesus.
I mean, he's literally Brigham Young.
He's in the line.
He's there.
He's the Osiris of that shit. He's the fucking what's his face? The Prince William of the Mormons. I don't know. How you gonna call yourself a Mormon but you ain't got a house?
Ain't got a house full of hoes.
Whoo! So you saw Guardians again?
Saw Guardians 3 last night again.
How did it hold up the second time?
It's one of those rare movies where it's like it's even better the second time.
It's one of those rare movies that will not win an Oscar, but is better each time you see it, I think.
And normally I'll see a Marvel movie minimum 2 times anyway.
Same.
Just because there's so much to try to catch and see. But this is the first Marvel movie that I can remember. Maybe Endgame. Well, Endgame had all the feels in that third act when you saw the battle with that's the childhood dream come true to see that third act. And
it's like what you did with all your action figures as a kid.
Yeah, when he catches Mjolnir and then when they're like an Avengers symbol and they're charging, that's just like that's goosebump shit. But the emotional stuff from Guardians 3 hit harder the second time for me. Like with his, with the fucking otter with no arms and the walrus with the wheels at the end.
Those little animal friends of his, Jesus Christ, that was rough. The second time.
And then like when she says the story's been yours the whole time, you just didn't know it. And I'm like the first time I saw it, I was like, I like this great line. The second time I saw it, I got the lump
choking
in my
up.
throat. I was choking up.
Yes, you're choking up.
I was like, I wasn't expecting the emotional stuff to hit harder the second time.
Can I give you my bold Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 prediction? This is going to enter Jaws territory, where no matter what you're doing, if you happen to flip on the TV and it's on, you're going to sit and watch.
Just leave it.
This is entering. I think it's going to enter Jaws territory, where you're just going to be like, yeah.
And
sure.
dude, the scene where they're playing No Sleep Till Brooklyn and they're walking, like,
oh my God,
if you don't want to get up and just like karate kick the guy sitting next to you,
right? And then my favorite part, that's my favorite scene in the movie. And my favorite part of that scene is, man, does Zoe Saldana sell it with Gamora's face. Somehow she sells it in slow motion of her going, this is where these are, all right, I'm here. Right. I'm one of them, right? Yeah. Even if it's just the next hour, I'm in. I'm one of them. That was, oh God, fucking amazing. Just incredible.
It's a great scene. And a great movie.
I mean, man, and one thing too about it is like I was thinking about, like, hi girl. I was thinking about how, like, in those kinds of movies, right? Yeah. When, how do I put it? But when the trailers show stuff, and in my head, I was so nervous about any of the characters dying that, like, when Drax got shot in the facility, and when Rocket was I'm like, well, we still haven't seen that part in the trailer where he's crawling on Groot shooting, and we still haven't seen the scene where Drax is in the Guardians outfit.
Right, so you know, okay, he's alive.
Maybe we're gonna be right, but like what was amazing about, and a lot of that was from that No Sleep Till Brooklyn scene. Yeah. But man, to just catch that little glimpse of it in the trailer
Yeah.
does zero justice to how epic of an action scene that is when it's actually happening in the movie.
Yeah,
It was
dude.
incredible. It was
One of the all-time top MCU scenes ever.
Right.
Was
Oh,
that No Sleep
fuck.
for Brooklyn?
Just incredible, man. Oh God, like it reminded me of the goosebumps you get playing the Guardians video game when the mixtape song hits, and it was like it was just fucking tremendous the way they pulled it. And again, because fans of that series have seen all the movies, they've played that video game, right?
Yeah.
And to out goosebump.
Yeah.
When you pretty much think you can experience everything in this vein that that James Gunn has been doing, and then to still out goosebump everything that's come,
and also the hero shot of the team walking in slow motion to a song has been done a million times since Reservoir Dogs,
and this might have been the best one,
and it might be, and it like every time you see it coming in every movie, you're like, okay, here comes the slow motion walk thing, and you're like, okay, all right, but this
with
one
you're like, God damn.
And the way they're just all walking, and they just all, you see them all individually turn and just start doing, like they're like,
you know what, we're doing this, we're gonna fight, and then they even do what hasn't. I mean, it's been done sometimes, but they also made it epic. They made it. You get your adrenaline pumping, and then they made it funny when that little fuzzy creature joins them too. Like that was just like Adam Warlock's pet when that thing joined. You're like, shit, this is fucking hilarious too. Like. Oh, just man,
yeah, that movie's great.
So
I can't find a weak spot in that film.
No,
I really can't.
And maybe we could be a top 5 for a future ramble, but hero slow motion money shot.
Yeah,
and it's funny. I think one of the best and one of the worst are from the movie and its sequel. I really think.
Which one?
I think I really didn't like Batman Forever.
Well, that's when they're running towards the camera.
But it's in slow mo. It was still awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That shot at the end was like, where the fuck was this the whole movie?
Why didn't you open the movie this way?
Right, with him and Robin just running with the bat light behind them. But then in Batman and Robin, when it's Batgirl too, it was so stupid. I was like, what are they going to add Bambi next? Well, fucking his parents got murdered. Let's have Bambi join him.
Is Batmite going to jump in?
Yeah, Batmite. I just thought, like, you're just bastardizing the only good thing that from the previous movie, besides Jim Carrey as a Riddler. Val Kilmer's as Bat. He was great.
He was a good Batman.
But Jesus, that was that was so good and yet so bad. I think it'd be Guardians. I think another slow motion team walk is Office Space when they're fucking up the printer.
No, that's a great one. That's a great one.
And they have to pull Michael Bolton off of it, and he runs back and
he starts punching it.
Yeah,
they're not just stomping a fax machine. He's punching a fax machine.
The fax machine. That might be up there, man. Yeah. But yeah, dude, it hit the feels. It was. I'm happy you got to see it a second time.
Oh, so good.
We might.
I kind of want to see it. Yeah, I kind of want to see it a third time.
We might have to. There may be, you know what? There's no might.
There might have to be a definite.
Has to happen.
We don't really have anything coming out till Transformers June 9th.
That's a long way to go.
And the new trailer coming out looks the new trailer they played before Guardians looks pretty good.
Dude, I'm into this.
So I don't know. I mean, Unicron. Have you seen? I was talking.
They could fuck it up. Clearly. They could really fuck this up.
Oh, absolutely. They've done it before.
But I'm very
excited. 6 other times.
Right.
5 other times.
Very excited.
Back to Guardians. I was doing this other podcast. I was a guest on this other podcast, Hall of Justice with Seth Everett. And he pointed out, I didn't see this cartoon, but it's on Disney Plus. Spider-Man Unlimited.
I haven't seen this.
It came out in 1999. And it's on Disney Plus.
All right.
The whole first season, basically what happens is John Jameson, Jonah Jameson's, or J. Jonah Jameson's son, the astronaut,
the Man Wolf,
goes into space, and he goes to a warp thing. And what happens is they found Counter Earth.
Oh, like this one in Guardians.
And Jameson's going to go explore it, and Carnage and Venom jump into the shuttle to go.
Right.
And Spider-Man, of course, is trying to track them down or whatever. But Spider-Man ends up going 6 months later to try to save Jameson on Counter-Earth, and you get there, and it's all the bestials. I think James Gunn pulled everything from that cartoon.
No kidding.
It's crazy because the High Evolutionary is there. He's the one who created the planet. So it's interesting. I started watching it last night when I got home from the movie. I watched the first 2 episodes of Spider-Man Unlimited, and it all takes place on Counter-Earth with the High Evolutionary.
No shit. Is it good?
The first 2 episodes were good, and it's all but the difference is the higher life forms on Counter-Earth are all the bestials, all the
right.
And then the lower forms are the humans.
Oh,
so the humans live like on the ground level of the planet, and then all the bestials live above.
They're above. Oh, that's interesting.
And the High Evolutionary
a lot more
is
like
in
the
charge.
comic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I gotta check that out.
It's an interesting thing I just discovered. So.
Where it is Spider-Man Unlimited game.
Spider-Man Unlimited on Disney Plus.
On Disney Plus, and as much fun as we've been having.
Yeah.
There's contractual.
Skeletor.
Is Cody just dodging having to follow Skeletor?
He might be finding things to do. Breaking up marriages, rigging NBA lottery drafts.
Right. Oh, by the way, did you hear all the let me give you some quick details. Speaking of this.
Okay.
Oh, just how lucky those San Antonio Spurs, huh,
it just happened. It just happened that way.
It just happened. You ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Boris Diaw, former Spur, president of the French team that Wembanyama currently plays for. Tony Parker happened to be the owner of the team he played before that.
Interesting.
Oh, wouldn't sound fishy at all.
Interesting.
Anyway. But I don't want. You know what? Let's just focus on how good Guardians was emotionally.
Wow. It's just interesting that you can.
Crazy, huh?
Let's
So again, I think Cody's done. But go ahead. We have to. Jesus.
Skeletor. We were talking about the emotional experience we went through watching Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, the first, and then even the second time being more emotionally invested in it. Have you ever had an experience where going back the second time, even though you knew it was going to happen again, it affected you even more so?
Eddie, that's a wonderful question, and I'm glad that you've asked me. You know, I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, but yes, it was my second viewing of one of the greatest films I've ever seen, an absolute masterpiece. I don't know if it was a film from Earth, so I don't know if you know it or not. I believe it came out in 1986. It was called Solar Babies, and it was just a brilliant movie. And it hit me in all the feels, Solar Babies. And I remember the second time I saw it, I cried so much I queefed. I literally queefed in the theater. Just a loud queef. And the woman I was on a date with, she kind of snickered. And so I melted her flesh off. Right there. Okay. Right there. And I kept her alive so she could be in agonizing pain. And she's still in my dungeon in Snake Mountain just for an eternity. Her skin is melting off, and she will never die from it, and she will always feel the pain because she had laughed at me queefing. The temerity, the balls of Solar Babies. Who doesn't cry till they queef watching Solar Babies, an absolute masterpiece? And it just, and I mean, I tried to play it off when I queefed. She knew it was me, but luckily, we were watching it in the largest venue in eternity, so I could have pinned it on anybody. It was inside He-Man's mother's pussy! Big arena! IMAX! Double IMAX! Because her pussy's so big, that whore!
Okay. Solar Babies?
Solar Babies?
That was his... Do you remember that one? I barely remember that one.
I know the name. I don't know if I know the movie.
Solar Babies. Wow. Well, there we go.
I definitely don't have that emotional attachment.
I don't know how. Oh God. Cinesnob Cody.
Yeah. Give him a.
Please. Jesus, as he's
Quisha back up.
As he's hopefully he'll in between wrecking alt-right marriages he can have time to put LaQuisha where it needs to be in his alt-right home wrecking ways. Please follow us up, Cody. Eddie, where can all the fine folk find you?
5 days a week, patreon.com, The Ralph Report. Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio. Wednesdays, Ramble Proper.
Look at that.
Sometimes I'll come when Ralph Macchio says, "Stay gold, pony boy. Stay gold." I'll come. I'm man enough to admit.
All righty.
So Ralph Macchio's and Solar Babies.
I think he's talking about Outsiders.
Oh, he's talking about Outsiders?
Remember that
Oh,
when he says,
okay.
"Stay gold, pony boy."
That's right.
I think that's.
But we were talking about Solar Babies, so I was like, wow, Ralph Macchio's and Solar
It's
Babies?
the one with Tom Cruise when he's young, and Matt Dillon has the rumble chain, and those sweaty boys like to go dole out street justice.
It's the Outsiders. It's the Outsiders, yeah.
Sweaty boys.
Sweaty.
What? Okay. Oh, all righty. There it is. All right.
All right.
You can find me in this.
I fancy myself both the Soch and the Greaser.
All right.
No one asked. No one.
You could find me in the same Ramble places you could find Eddie and Cody.
Yeah.
All right. Eddie, working all the fun. Have you done your plug yet?
I did
just
my
so
plug, and
lost.
then he
I'm
jumped in
just
with
fucking this
that,
guy.
so.
This piece of shit. Also on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Retro Rocha, my YouTube channel, where we put up new content as often as possible. Don't forget to follow the Rambles YouTube channel, where you can see us right here,
right now.
Ramble Tube, right now. We love you all. Stay safe. Hey, have a great weekend.
Yeah.
We will be back next week. Maybe Cody's with us. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to know if like Tommy Lahren has some weird,
We'll find out soon
personal
enough,
life
I'm sure.
drama. We'll see what else he's going to make his way
the
through.
trail through the alt-right.
Palin's next, I'm sure. Palin's the next one. We'll see what happens. But all right, stay safe, everybody. Take care. Thanks for watching.